Hi, welcome to Cat Dad Gaming, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow, part 3, I think. I've just been recording these back to back because I always forget I need to record extra intros when I split the videos up. So, with that, let's just get on with the game. Only 22.8% of players went to meet the goat in the greenhouse. What the heck? So, Oscar, mines, or tea with mum. Oscar, tea, or the mines. Let's go to the mines. Oh, I actually think she might be in the mines. Nah, maybe. Let's go to the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousin. I can't say I get it, but it's definitely something she would do. You don't see it? Oh, come on. The two of them have such a dynamic. You know, classic dog and cat situation. Yeah, come on, I'll drive us. You follow Kaneeka to a van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet Mines. Oh yeah, everyone's on strike. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. We probably can't enter because they'll think we're a scab or something. I am unhappy with the treatment I am receiving as a worker in the Scarlet Mines. Better hours, no, now, or none at all. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple of days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Yeah. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin. He might have had us fooled the other day, but word gets around fast. Hail and well met fellow countrymen? How goes the strike? Have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. Let's just cut to the chase. The YouTuber? She's the one on all of the banned from property posters, right? Yeah, we haven't seen her. And we've been out here all day, so we'd know if she'd come by. Oh no, this isn't looking good. It's okay. Just because she hasn't been seen today doesn't mean something bad happened to her. Well, hopefully. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. How goes the strike? We miscalculated. We thought a kid losing a leg would have pushed folks over the edge, but I guess the boss's personality. But I guess the boss personally dragging those kids out of the mine has left a lasting impression. People are calling the boss a goddamn hero. Yep. They're calling Tabitha a hero? Really? We were there too that night. Yeah, like I said, you completely misjudged the situation. You could have totally waited a week or so and then gone, oh, the mines collapsed and injured a child, but you did it literally the day after she rescued a child, so yeah. It's like everyone just forgot about how poorly she's been treating us. Or how unsafe the mines are. I can't go back down there knowing that rock over my head could come down at any second. I value my life more than a paycheck. It was dumb luck she saved those kids. If she had any actual values, she'd come to the table and give us what she owed. Yeah, okay, well. She saved children, so, you know. I know there's not a lot of us out here, but there's more of us at the diner, and there's more of us setting up mutual aid. But once people see our follow-through, they're going to join up. This is only the beginning. Nope, you're going to get ruined because she's a hero at the moment. Should have just waited 1 week. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can get right now. You know this isn't legal, right? She could just fire you all and not face any repercussions. Everyone looked at me. It's true. She hasn't fired us yet. We're in a game of chicken right now, and we don't intend to blink. Okay, they haven't seen stars. Let's go. If that means we don't have to talk to Tabitha, that's fine by me. Visit the mines. Achievement unlocked. How did not what to next? How did everybody just, like, it's one of those, like, when you look at it, it's like, how is there not, like, 100% for these achievements? But I guess some people may have played the game and they're only at, like, chapter 1 or something. But, I mean, I've played some games and it'll be, like, achievement unlocked, play the game, and it's, like, 40%. I'm like, how is there, like, so many people who haven't played the game? But I guess it makes sense with Steam sales and stuff. Alright, so let's go check on Oscar. And hopefully he has a plane. Yeah, I hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. They're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we went through. Yeah, I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditchlings than someplace that was that haunted. Yeah, your mum said it's safe, and I'm inclined to believe her. Why would she lie? But how would she know that? Magic, probably. But there's only one way to find out. Let's go. Library card. Achievement unlocked. Visit Oscar in the library. And my throat's going again. It's the problem of playing a game when I'm ill, I guess. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort, all menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. Daylight definitely helps it be less creepy, apart from the whole image. No ghost? Thank God. I was not up for an encore. Yes, gone, just like your mum said it would be. You can't help but overhear the murmurings of an intense conversation coming from the mayor's office. Talk to animals. Or rather, the murmurings of intense animal conversation. Explore, investigate the conversation, leave dog politics to dogs. Nah, I told Avery that they get to hear every conversation with animals, and that they're gonna get it. You start making your way upstairs towards the mayor's office. Hey, where are you going? Ixel and the dogs, no? A small gang of dogs holds court at the mayor's office. Most of the dogs quietly watch from the sidelines, but two of them, a shepherd and a basset hound, are in a heated conversation with Mayor Jimmy. The tags read Scraps and Daisy. Aw. Let's have a look at Scraps and Daisy. I've got an angry chihuahua. Dog cookies! It sounds like you've all sorted this out. I don't see what you need me to do about any of it. Sorted? Things ain't sorted until this town is safe. And we may have got the beginnings of a militia together. A dog militia? Fuck. But there's plenty of our pets out there who are still ill-informed about those things crawling through the woods. You're the mayor, they'll listen to you. Just tell them to stay inside until it's handled. Listen, Scraps, buddy, I hear you. But the last thing we need right now is anarchy in the streets. It's no use. I told you he'd be bullheaded. He's always bullheaded. Yeah, Mayor Jimmy sounds like a shitty fucking mayor. Always a sore loser, aren't we, Daisy? Things are fine. Nobody has to worry about a thing. The mayor pulls himself away from the conversation to acknowledge you. Oh ho ho! I remember you. You're that out-of-towner from yesterday. Speaker. The other dogs murmur amongst themselves for a moment. They turn to face you. I'm sorry you had to see this little display. Politics can get so messy. Good doggies! Are y'all some kind of dog militia? Did I hear that right? Yeah, I suppose you can say that. When the town's illustrious leader abandoned his kind, it's up to us common folk to band together. Daisy, please, I'm not abandoning anybody, dog or otherwise. You're all blowing this invasion story completely out of proportion. Everything is going to turn out just fine. Yeah, if everything turns out just fine, it's because the rest of us protected those we need protected. So you're the Scraps I've heard so much about. The one and only. This here is Daisy. And we've got a few other concerned locals with us as well. Just making sure the cats and dogs of the Hollow are well cared for, considering recent events. Well, isn't that good? Good doggies. I want to say good doggies, but that might be like condescending to you because you're all sentients. But good doggies, oh, you're so good. There are more of those things in the woods every day, popping out of the innocent bodies of what used to be dogs like us. So yeah, like I said, I played through the game originally and I saved Duke. I didn't save Duke, sorry, I saved Gretchen. And then I went and played through again and I chose the opposite option and I saved Duke. And what happened is Duke and Stella, we went exploring further and we found like a valley or something, and it was full of basically dead dogs that were like basically being incubators for the ditchlings. But yeah, so it was like every street dog in the town had basically been like caught, I guess. So yeah, there's definitely a worry here, I guess, for them. They're exaggerating, of course. Well, I've heard reports of creatures coming out of the woods. It's nothing the humans of this town can't handle. It's no secret that Daisy and Scraps are my competitors, and it's just like them to jump at the first sign of trouble as an opportunity to run me out of office. You're a bad boy. Nobody's trying to run you out of anything. We're just trying to keep the critters out of the town safe. How very noble of you. That's exactly the line you feed voters if you were trying to get rid of me. Gretchen really admires you, Scraps. Oh, she flatters me so. I'm nothing special, just another dog. Don't be so modest, Scraps. You're the kind of dog that the dogs listen to. It's a damn shame the humans are so charmed by that charlatan. I'm right here, Daisy. I'm well aware you think you're so high and mighty, don't you? Just because you can sit and stay the best? As if obedience is the best quality in a leader. Have any of you seen or smelled Gretchen? She and her person, I love that term, are missing. Is she missing? Oh dear. Scraps, you don't think... Gretchen's person would never let that happen to her. Wherever she is, I'm sure she's safe from those things. A dog like her doesn't get to be that age without a watchful human at her side. Aww. Even she's safe. I don't like the sound of this. See, Jimmy? This is the cost of inaction. Gretchen is a pillar of our community, and she's missing. I regret Duke dying, but at the same time, I don't regret saving Gretchen. Tough choice still. But not really. What will it take for you to finally open your eyes and do something? If you wait until you're the last dog left in Scarlet Hollow, it'll be far too late to save yourself. Yeah, I get it, you're all upset, but what do you expect me to do about it? Shut down the town? What about the economy? Do you even know what economy is, Jimmy, or are you just throwing around fancy words that you've heard them humans say? Of course I know what economy is. I know all about economyism. Oh, good boy. Oh, good, because I've never understood a lick of it when you humans talk about economy. I just figured it was all a made-up word they yell at each other when they want to stop talking, so please enlighten us. I'm not going to debase myself by playing a game of trivia, not in front of the speaker. Thought so. To answer your question, we did catch a whiff right around here and another near her house. Haven't picked up anything around town since. Well, let's hope those creatures haven't already gotten to her. So, I feel less worried that Wayne did something to Stella because he was at the church and nothing came up. I don't know, but I don't think... Actually, I was gonna say I don't think Stella's done something stupid, but now I'm thinking about her literal character. It's very likely she's done something stupid and like gone off into the woods or something. Can you help her let's find her? You got a better nose for this? Yeah. We'll do our best. We didn't intend to make any more trips out into the woods, but if it's for Gretchen, we'll take the risk. It's a well-liked dog in these parts. Been around longer than any of us. It'd be a blow to the community for her to fall victim to those monstrosities. Good doggies. The mayor's right, Scraps and Daisy are right. There must be some way everyone here can work together. I don't think it's my place to weigh in dog politics. I'm gonna go leave y'all to it. No, I'm gonna say Scraps and Daisy are right. Mr. Mayor, you should listen to Daisy and Scraps on this one. There won't be anarchy in the streets to worry about if every animal in the town is taken by ditchlings. There's a definite problem with the ditchlings. Your opinion is noted, but I've been the mayor for over 14 years. I know what I'm doing. That's 14 dog years, Jimmy. If you're not going to help, the least you can do is not blow smoke up the speaker's ass. Well said. I suppose you're right, Daisy. This was just a waste of time. But I needed to hear it with my own ears before I could really believe it. I'll save the I told you so for later. Let's go rally the others. This town won't save itself. Good doggos. Though I don't know if I've just set a roaming pack of dogs on the town, but they all seem like good doggos, so, you know. We're hoping it's good. You and the dogs exit the mayor's office and close the door behind you. They quickly turn a corner and vanish from your line of sight. You find Kaneeka and Avery waiting for you in the lobby. You took a peek in there. You just had a full-on conversation with those dogs. It is so weird when you do that. Weird or cool? I wish I could hear the other side of the conversation. It seems like there's a whole dog culture in this town I've been missing out on. Knowing dogs are capable of carrying a full conversation is going to make being a veterinarian really weird. You'll just have to hire Liam as a translator. You'd be the best vet in the country with someone like that on your staff. Yeah, it's true. I guess Oscar must be in the bag. I know that's where I'd be if I finally managed to unhaunt my house. I've always been surprised at how unsupervised this place is. Sometimes it feels like anyone could just walk in and do whatever they wanted. That's, quite unnerving. Like what? Steal books? I mean, they could, right? I'm not saying anyone would. I'm just saying that people in this town trust each other a lot. It's nice. Yeah. But the way you said it made me uncomfortable. Let's go find Oscar. You make your way back to the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day. Even if the events of the previous evening were all a terrible dream. Yeah, as if the events. Now I don't know about you, but if I had been puppeteered like they had been in last night, not even like the last chapter, last night, there's no fucking way I am staying in this house. Like, none at all. I don't even think I'd be able to sleep. It's all really takes me back. It feels like it was only recently that we were there. It feels like it was only yesterday. It was yesterday. Blissfully unaware that our entire lives are about to change forever. Yeah, it was only yesterday. I know. Kaneeka knocks on the door. This town is so fucked, seriously. Like, I can't remember how many abilities there were, but I assumed from the way it's written that there's basically, you know, like strength, book smart, like I got talk with animals, and you can get pick two. But I assume that there will be one chapter for every single ability to like get a free win on. Oh, good morning. It's so good to see all of you. Please come on in. Hey, Oscar. What? Hot dad bod. What dad bod? Seriously, Oscar feels like he could be a character in like Dream Daddy, like dating game or something. Look at him. Alright. Oh, Pixel! And Dr. Kelly. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not a lot of kids your age can take shots that well. You're being so brave. That's nice. I feel sorry for being mean to Dr. Kelly. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5. But you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexis is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives. And here you are taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you. Yeah, like, so I might have selected the option that kind of implied that Dr. Kelly, was bad. There's been a few lines of dialogue in this game that I have picked and maybe regretted. Oh, I see we have visitors. How are you doing, Rosalina? I feel like that's the most appropriate one. Tired. My leg hurts. A lot. But the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. She literally went into this freaking ghost house and got possessed with her leg amputated, like, not even a day after. It must have been like hours after she got in. Oh, what a badass. Rosalina's fucking hardcore. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night, and you have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Liam. Can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with all the lights on. I don't think I slept at all. Okay, I think that's the most rational of all of these people's reactions. I really needed some rest after, you know, the hospital on my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never going to stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So, what? Are you not going to do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying here. You know, walking around and investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I think Oscar should have said that. I take full responsibility as her father. As a father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in and to take blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. Totally is. But give it time, then you can all do the activities you want. Alright, Rosalina? So, Dr. Kelly, are you going to start poisoning her too? Shit. Okay, and no option of the other one. So we lost one option doing that. Have any of you seen Stella since last night? No, since dinner. She hasn't got in touch with any of you. I'm just starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. So I'm guessing that's a no. Nope, we have no clue where she's gone. Would I be asking if she had? Let's do this one. I'm starting to freak out a little. I really care about her and she's just gone. Yeah, that's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. It's my fault, isn't it? I could have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think you were going to get her to stop, yeah. There was no way you could have known how she would react when she found it. I don't even think she knew how she'd react. And besides, you didn't know how bad it was going to get. You can't blame yourself for everything, man. One thing that hasn't come up. We should, like, is there a graveyard? We should go check out her parents' graves or something? That's very possible. Especially after we've gone through everywhere in town. I know you probably feel like it's your responsibility to make sure everyone around you is okay, but sometimes that's just not going to be possible. You're only one guy. This is what Rosalina's always saying. I suppose I do apologize more than I should. You literally let your daughter, who had an amputated foot, explore a ghost house. You really do. I'm guessing Charlie didn't come back for an encore? Her face. Not as far as I know. I slept in Rosalina's room. I made sure to put some heavy objects on top of the hatch just to give myself a little extra peace of mind. But nothing happened. That's good enough for me. I didn't see anything either. But even if something did happen, I wouldn't know. I was asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. I'm too tired to worry about ghosts anymore, to be honest. Who's Galim would do that? Especially if you decide to tromp around the next day like nothing happened. Does Dr. Kelly believe in ghosts? Is she just like, what the fuck are you all on about? I would have been fine if it weren't for Charlie. Good thing he's gone then. And let's hope he stays gone. Wait, Oscar, did you tell Dr. Kelly about... Yeah, I told her everything. He did. I'm sorry that happened. Can you believe it? Dr. Kelly's steel gaze is impenetrable. It's impossible to tell if she genuinely believes Oscar's story, or if she decided she'd be better off humouring him. Why does everyone seem so chill? He should be traumatized. That's Reese. So, he's fine. Had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. Hopefully we can just ignore the previous interactions and just kind of, he just needs a couple of days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. Oy, I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. But I want to see Shi no Chi, Deathblood. I was promised Chilean Japanese found footage horror. You need to get your son some therapy, I don't think he's okay. That actually might be one of the most accurate lines of dialogue in this game. Well, what if I wanted to hang out with him again? He's so cool. I'd like to hear this from him, not filtered for you. You talk about him like he's a child. I respect this boundary and not bother either of you anymore. Flirt? Damn. Okay, but what if I wanted to hang out with you? Let's just remain silent. Why does everyone seem so chill? Shouldn't you all be traumatized? Ooh, even Avery's just like... Who says I'm not traumatized? Just because I'm not gibbering heap doesn't mean I haven't been mentally scarred beyond my comprehension. I know I should be freaking out, but what can I say? Last night was fun, so I'm just gonna go with the flow, see where this adventure takes me. Fun? Speak for yourself. I feel like the only reason I'm not in a total mental shutdown right now is that the crisis hasn't really stopped. The week started with a man dying, and it's somehow all been downhill from there. Yeah, seriously, like I said, you know it's bad when a man dying is literally the lowest level of issues in this town. So yeah, I'm putting off the inevitable breakdown until I know things are done escalating. I don't think it's sunk in for me yet. I'll deal with whatever trauma I'm picking up on now in therapy when I'm 30. That's what grown-ups do, right? It's pretty concise. Explore Dr. Kelly. Warn Dr. Kelly about the stone carvings. Let's warn Dr. Kelly. We found something in Oscar's house last night. A stone carving that gave me and Tabitha a vision about what happened there. There was one in the mines the other night too. Both of them had a sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's something like them in your clinic. I felt it last night. Something awful is going to happen at the clinic, just like something awful happened at the mines. Have you noticed anything weird at the clinic? Would you mind if we looked into it? She ain't gonna go for that. I'm sure it's nothing. Have you ever noticed anything weird at the clinic? No, it's just an old building, has a lot of history. That doesn't mean it's haunted or that anything supernatural is going on. I understand that there have been some strange events in Scarlet Hollow this week, but despite what your funny feeling might suggest, the clinic is safe. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night, none of you have to concern yourselves with my son's health. I know how to take care of him, even in a supposed ghost emergency or whatever it is you're worried about. So, you're gonna start poisoning her now too? Let's remain silent. So, you've got your meds, you've got your nest of pillows, a helpful friend by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Sounds pretty good to be honest. Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get in and out of cars. I'll call later today to see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, okay? I love how she's really nice and then... fuck you. Don't worry, Doc. I'll keep her warm. I'm helping. Oh, good. Pixel. Dr. Kelly's features harden once again as she steps towards the door. And then she pushes past you to leave Oscar's house. Ooh. We'll let you kids have some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Rosalina looks fucking high. High as a kite, seriously. Whatever drug she's on. Like morphine or something. We'll do, Mr. Gutierrez. I bought some video games and puzzles from my house. And some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Oh, Alexis is nice. Oscar ushers you back to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yeah, everything's fine, or at least much better than yesterday. I can't thank you all enough. I'd like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I'll finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was the site of a mass grave. With enough research, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead of the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. Don't think you're going to be able to, Doc. That is assuming there's going to be a next crisis, but something tells me we aren't in the clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. Well, lucky for you, I spent flipping ages flipping through books. I don't think we actually know that much more than you, but I've got some hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some inciting event, since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. I hope it wasn't me coming here. What that inciting event was, or where to start looking for, I have no idea, but it's something to keep in mind. I feel like it's something to do with cursed scarlet blood, seriously. Avery stares at you. I mean, it's obvious, right? Things only started happening once Liam got here. You're not wrong. Exactly. If there's a catalyst for all of this, why wouldn't it be a lost Scarlet finally coming home to Scarlet Hollow? If I may, Liam getting into town isn't the only major event that's happened lately. Pearl Ann died over a week ago. Good point. And those creatures in the woods were already reproducing by the time he arrived. So maybe Pearl Ann was like guarding something, or something was linked to her, so as soon as Pearl Ann died it set things in motion. Not to mention, I started seeing things in our house before Pearl Ann passed. I think I never thought to make a note of exactly when the spirit made itself known. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back in its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have been any similar events, and whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. Those carvings I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there. But who? Scarlet's. Probably the original Scarlet. Was it Elias? Elias Scarlet when he bought the town? I've got a feeling the Scarlets, like, I'm gonna go with something like the Scarlets must have sold their souls to the devil or something to, like, own the town or some bullshit. And that's why their scarlet blood is, like, an issue. So anyway, and there's one in the mines, and if you're right, there's one in the main clinic. And maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe just those 3, but I'd rather not count on it. Why don't we go to the basement and take a closer look at the seal that's here? The ghost isn't around anymore, so there's no harm in it, right? Yeah, I personally would rather not go back into that creepy basement. But that thing has to be the most solid lead we have at this point, right? Yeah, not a chance. I know the ghost is probably gone for good, but that thing is evil. And if there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth it. At least, not until we know more. But what if this is our only chance too? My daughter's safety comes first right now. Yeah, now, where was that last night, Oscar? We finally have our house back, and I'm not taking any risks until we know what we're dealing with. I wonder if this could be the work of some sort of cult? You're really not letting your cult theory go, are you? I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. I think the cops are in on it, maybe not. Yeah, some to the traditional past, I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not looking unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, it feels like we'd know if there was some cult that ran this place. Yeah, it's the Scarlets probably, not the cops. The Scarlets! I gotta agree with Kaneeka on this. I feel like I'd have picked up on something. The cult doesn't necessarily have to run the town to have had an impact here. I mean, it doesn't even need to be active. From what I gather, those carvings you've been talking about are old, and whoever left them here is probably long gone. I'll see what I can find, you never know. Let's talk about Pixel. Make sure Pixel stays inside, or we might get grabbed by ditchlings. The ditchlings? Those things from the woods, right? With those faces. Yeah, the anguished doughboys. I kinda like them. It's like a hidden object came out there today. All the weird little faces peering out of the bushes. Yeah! Like them. Are we talking about the same creatures that have been laying eggs in the local wildlife? I don't want to get too friendly with them or anything, I just think they're kind of interesting. To each their own. Will do. I can't imagine how devastated Rosalina would be if something were to happen to him, especially after everything she's been through. We've got 3 explorers, and I feel a bit awkward with any of these, so... There's that thing in the clinic I mentioned. Let's go this one. This one feels safer out of the other 2. There's that thing in the clinic I mentioned, that pull. I wish Dr. Kelly were taking this as seriously as she should. Oscar, what did you tell her about last night? She didn't bat an eye at anything Liam said about the supernatural. She mostly just got defensive. Does she know how bad it was? told her everything. She seemed to believe me, but who knows? Maybe she was just being polite in front of Rosalina. Maybe the whole time I was ranting, she was actually just nodding along thinking I had a psychotic break. That's possible. Or she's also dealt with supernatural stuff and she's kind of accepting of it. I don't know. She didn't seem to care about putting on a show for Rosalina once we showed up. I'll make sure to shoot Reese a warning text. He at least deserves to know something might happen. Oh, and lost the other 2 explorers? So, the one explorer would have been awkward because I would have been saying Dr. Kelly's like dangerous, which she might not be. And the other one was saying I don't trust Sybil, which I 100% really wanted to do. But we got Kaneeka here, and I feel like kind of trashing her mom, being like, yeah, your mom's fucking creepy, might not be a good idea. We need to get Reese out of there before something bad happens to him. It's a shame she preemptively shot down our movie night, it would have been the perfect cover. Yeah, we should investigate the clinic. I'm sure Reese will be fine. We're gonna break into the clinic, see what we can find. We should investigate the clinic. You're not wrong, but at the same time, I don't want to be the one who sneaks into Dr. Kelly's clinic and gets caught. Oh yeah. She's mean enough as is. I want to know what she'd be like if she caught us breaking into a place of business. Who knows? If we uncover another ghost or some new kind of terrifying supernatural entity lurking in her clinic, she might be more grateful than mad. No one should be breaking into any houses. Oscar's being a dad again for once. We don't need to go looking for trouble when we've already found a lifetime's worth. I don't know if we have time to play it safe. Just give me a day or 2 or some research before you do anything rash, okay? I think Sybil knows more than she's letting on. She wants me to come talk to her today. I know we've been over this, but I still think you're barking up the wrong tree. Why would my mum hide anything from us? Still, she did seem really calm and confident last night. Weirdly so. Alright, maybe I didn't offend you. I hate this. She did seem strange last night. She gave me so many red flags last night. She kept shutting down the conversation like she was rushing us all along, trying not to let us linger on the supernatural long enough to reach any conclusions. Still, I'm inclined to agree with Kaneeka here. If she does know something, why would she be hiding it? I'd be interested to know what exactly she intends to tell you that she couldn't be discussed in front of the rest of us. Whatever we're doing next, it feels like we're missing a vital team member. We need to find Stella and fast. We're going daylight, let's head out. Sounds like you've got something to work on now. Should go back to looking sad and leave remain silent. I think we should find our vital team member. I agree. We need her brass and energy if we're going to do any serious sleuthing. See you around, Oscar. Bye. Let us know what you find. I will. And there's no bitchlings here today. That's good. So that's Oscar. Any other ideas? Before you can say anything, you're interrupted by Kaneeka's phone buzzing. It'll be Stella. Oh my god. Oh. My mum's calling me. When is she gonna learn to text? Give me a second. Hey, what's up? No still sign of her. We were going to keep looking a while longer. I'm feeling okay. I'm not... ... You're right. Now that you mention it, I do feel kind of tired. I shouldn't push myself. I'll come home. She has a point. I'm not feeling well right now. I gotta get back to the general store. Maybe some tea could help. I mean, Kaneeka said that she didn't feel great today. But it, once again, feels like your mum cast a spell or something, like, on you. Maybe it's a good thing. You know, she's trying to keep you out of trouble, but... do not trust Sybil at all. I didn't realize you were this sick. Neither should she. And also, you're suddenly giving up looking for Stella because you're suddenly sick? This really crept on me. I was doing fine until... Kaneeka starts to sway, losing balance in her legs. Oh. Shit. I must have been running on adrenaline. She stumbles, bumping into you before regaining her balance. Sorry. I think I just need some help getting home. I have some tea and maybe lie down. And then we can get back to looking for Stella. Yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to get back. Come on, Liam. Let's get moving before she passes out. Yep. Thanks and sorry. This is embarrassing. Don't mention it. Like, seriously, it felt like Sybil was basically, like, mind-controlling people. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as you and Avery bring Kaneeka inside. Oh dear, Kaneeka, you poor thing. This is why you're supposed to stay in bed today. If you keep running around like this, it's going to take you so much longer to recover. Thank you both for getting her home. I hope you're feeling better after last night's fiasco. Your mum just staring at you. Hi, Mum. Go on, get up to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. And Liam, once she's all situated, I believe I owe you a chat. I definitely want this chat. Hopefully we can start to get to the bottom of whatever's happening to the town. Wait, if you're talking mystery-related stuff, I should be there. Sweetie, you've done enough today. And you never like when I do tea readings anyway. I'm sure Liam can catch you up once you're feeling better. ... Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well. I really should lie down. Kaneeka heads towards the stairs and disappears without saying another word. I'm sorry to be a bad host, Avery, but I was hoping Liam and I could do our reading in private. I'm sure Winnie needs help at the diner. Ah, you're right. I totally left her on her own today. Fine by me. I wouldn't want to mess with your tea vibes. I'm sure those leaves are very particular. Oh, but before I go, I did want to ask, are you a witch? For real, she is. As flattered as I am that you think I'm that magical, I'm just an old lady who likes tea and has a few unusual hobbies. Bullshit, because also last night when the ghosts were saying stuff, there was like mentionings of witches and stuff. Might not be this witch, might have been her relatives, but yeah. Look, I'm just saying, doing stuff like reading tea leaves is pretty witchy as far as I'm concerned, but I won't push it. Though, just so you know, if you are a witch, you can totally tell us, we'd be cool about it. I'll leave you all to your not supernatural private tea leaf reading, and we'll catch up tomorrow, Liam. They make their way out of the general store, disappearing down the street in the direction of the diner. Shall we? Sybil motions towards the tea room. Oh, I don't like this. No way am I spending time alone with you, I don't trust you. I'm allergic to tea, run away. See, even the game knows she like, red flag vibes. Go on then, let's follow. The game does say that you can't save everyone, and you might not even be able to save yourself. Just keep an eye out. Also, there's no music in this section, that is very worrying. Please have a seat, I'll bring you a fresh cup. I'm not drinking your tea. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here. Only a sliver of sunlight able to filter through the heavy curtains, supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. She is growing weed. It's castor bean, an incredibly toxic plant and strange for a tea maker to keep around in her workshop. What is a castor bean? Huh. She joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy, with an undercurrent of decaying earth. I believe I said in episode 1 or 2, whatever, when I met Avery the first time, there's no way in hell I'm drinking that tea. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Sip your tea? No. Some of the plants in here are toxic. Castor bean and the oleander in the corner behind me, they can produce ricin and rat poison, respectively. Just seems like a strange plants for a person who makes presumably edible teas to have them lying around in the open. Are you poisoning Reese? It's possible. Aren't you sharp? I'm an appreciator of plants regardless of whether they can be used in tea. Oleander's blooms are beautiful, and castor bean has such massive leaves. You have to admit it makes for an impressive plant. And they're both perfectly harmless so long as no one goes munching them. I keep these separate from the garden out back for just that reason, so no one confuses them for something edible. Wink. She knows. Sip your tea? Nope. I will not do that one. So, how did you end up in Scarlet Hollow? Oh my, family's been in these hills for a long time. So, maybe she's not the witch that was mentioned in the ghost story, but maybe her family were witches. That's how I know so much of the local flora. Everything I've learned was handed down from generations of Hilderfolk. There hasn't always been a reliable doctor up here, especially not one most folks could afford. They have to figure out their own medicine. Sip your tea? Nope. The other day you promised to tell me... what was it? Unsavory tales of my mum's youth. I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everybody, no matter what the age differences might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Pearl Anne was a lot like your great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. Similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hatred for her fellow man. That's interesting. But your mother wasn't a shrinking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. I feel like I know a lot more about the women in my family What about the men? Do they even exist? Ah! Right. Why were Pearl Ann and my mum raised by Edwardine? What happened to their mother? Their entry into this world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was young, too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labour. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in our generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot more about the women in my family. But what about the men? Did they even exist? I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. I've been wondering, is there some curse on this, like you have to give up your first male born or something? But you know, her husband died a long time ago, and to be quite honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stuart or something, just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once your grandmother found out she was pregnant. I'm fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older and I believe she was the one who ended it, but with skipping town and all. What happened when my mum found out she was pregnant? She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it was fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else, like a curse passed down through family lines. I need to know the answers. And the problem is, I waited ages to do part 4, and part 5's not even out yet, so I can't wait. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's worries had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night, she came to me, it stuck in my mind. It always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. Quit, you're yanking me around, you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to give me the full picture. I'm not going to drink this tea. Then I'm afraid I can't be of much help. Tea readings are my specialty. If I don't have your leaves, I can't do a reading. Now, stick with my guns. You go to stand up from the table to leave. As you do, you feel a pull at the back of your mind. You see a flash of the door in a clinic. And some of the answers you seek are waiting for you. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. Shit. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. Visit Kaneeka before leaving? Alright. I won't stop you, but I would like to have a deeper conversation sometime soon. Hopefully it won't be too late by then. Like I said, even if you're like, we've literally said, if you're a witch, we don't care, just come out and tell us. And what's for all this mystery, so you could literally just explain everything right then. You get up from the table and make your way to Kaneeka's room. You knock on Kaneeka's door. Mum, I really don't need any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. No, I'm not your mum. Oh, Liam, what's up? Can I come in? I was hoping we could spend more time together. Yeah, let's go with that one. I have been flirting with you before. Sorry, Liam, Mum was right. I'm exhausted. Probably shouldn't push it, or I'll wind up worse off tomorrow. Looks like you're on your own. You make your way out of the general store and head down the road to the clinic. What's behind the door? You make your way up the familiar hill past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. So we've got Ditchling, Raccoon, hello. Ditchling. I was about to say, is that a Ditchling or Wayne? But then I noticed Wayne. So we got 1 Ditchling, 2 Ditchlings, 3 Ditchlings, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've been playing for 3 hours already. I might have to split this into 3 videos. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic. Its secrets enticing you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits the compulsive frequency. I'm kind of worried we're going to murder Dr. Kelly ourselves just to get in. Knock on Reese's basement window. Well, I'm going to need to talk to animals, because that's my special ability. You quickly glance around, eyes trained on the underbrush. A flash of a striped tail grabbed your eye immediately. Raccoon! Maybe not the prettiest of raccoons. Can I help you, Buster? Hey there, if you're trying to break into the house at the top of the hill, how would you do it? Hey, I'm not a thief. What, just because I got little hands and go through people's trash, I'm supposed to know how to break into places? You are not as cute as I was previously expecting. That's true. ... There's a hill that'll take you right up the big flat roof thing. Sometimes the humans leave the windows open there and I go inside. Don't tell them, okay? I like to sleep in their big piles of cloth. It's one of my few joys in life. He leaves as you turn to look at the clinic. You have your way in. Make your way up the hill and go to the terrace. You're pretty sure you can make the jump to the second floor. At least with a running start. You make your way up the hill and bend your knees in anticipation. Then you jump. Crunch. You land and try the door. Shit. It's unlocked. And the music stopped and now we have like atmosphere noise. That's not good. The upstairs of the clinic feels like a decommissioned museum. Old furniture is covered in plain white sheets and a thick layer of dust coats the floor. This place hasn't seen any use in years. So look. Nothing seems worrying. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. You can feel that odd sensation again, the nagging pull of whatever it was that wanted you to find it. You've been caught by its gravity, an overwhelming curiosity guiding you around a corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar, as if inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. Shit! Is Reese dead? Right, that was Scarlet Hollow. Hope you're enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying playing it, so yeah, hope you come back and continue the journey. And with that, I hope to see you again soon, and I hope you're having a lovely day. I said that out of order, but it's all good. Take care.